Good evening and welcome to this special edition of Agenda. We're coming to you from Connaught Place, a place which has special significance when it comes to Delhi elections because it's a redevelopment of this which became a major poll issue. Today we have Minister for 49 days, Saurabh Bhardwaj of the AAP party. We have Kiran, Walia, former minister and Congress spokesperson, and BJP Sambit Patra to talk about what the Supreme Court's order, having put the centre on a notice now for 5 weeks, what does it mean for all of us and who stands to gain really if there are re-elections. First, a look at the reactions.
इसके लिए तो कांग्रेस पार्टी और जो आप पार्टी है वो सबसे ज्यादा जिम्मेदार है.
The governance of Delhi cannot perpetually be in a state of limbo.
हकीकत ये है कि दिल्ली की सरकार को लेकर तो डेडलॉक है ही, लोगों की जिंदगी में भी डेडलॉक लगा हुआ है. तो डेडलॉक टूटना बहुत जरूरी है और वो डेडलॉक एक सरकार से टूटेगा और मौजूदा विधानसभा में सरकार नहीं बन सकती है.
सरकार बनाने की अगर कोई भी पॉसिबिलिटी बनती है तो उसको एक्सप्लोर करना चाहिए. नाउ दिस इज द रिस्पांसिबिलिटी ऑफ द लेफ्टिनेंट गवर्नर कि वो उस पर क्या व्यू लेते हैं.
So the first talking point that we're talking about is who gains the most, and I want to ask, perhaps, Saurabh Bhardwaj first. If elections are held right now, Saurabh, why is it that you're asking for it? Do you think, even though at this time a lot of people feel that AAP didn't do well, why do you think that you would gain?
Because we are getting those reactions from the people, we are sitting among the people and we know that people are not at all happy with the central government but BJP, and BJP is indirectly ruling government in Delhi. So people are not happy, and that is why Congress and BJP are so afraid of elections, because even they have done their internal surveys.
Do you think you'll do better than last time? You got
far better. We'll form the government this time for
really?
For sure, and they know it.
Kiran, Walia, what do you have to say about that?
Well, I think that we have to leave it to the electorate, because electorate is supreme, and we must honor what they're going to say, and they are the best judge. Our constitution gives a mandate that it is the people's government. So we are nobody to say that 100% we are winning. So we have to see what they feel like. They obviously, we do realize that why the Bharatiya Janata Party is come categorically against elections all this while is because they know perhaps that there has been some wrong from what happened in the parliamentary elections, because they could not solve the problems. It's almost a U-turn on most issues. Yeah. So with the Aam Aadmi Party also having, pledged, while they were supposed to be running the government, it's one thing to run a government, another to be protesting from India Gate. So perhaps there has been some decline in their, reasonable decline in their voting strength. So, but we in any case did not get the mandate of people. So we honored that. But now what is going to be is not for me to predict. It is the electorate, which way they swing, what they decide. We will honor that, but elections are necessary.
Elections are necessary, that's what the Congress is saying, that's what the AAP is saying. And the BJP has the most curious position of them all because they've been kind of ambiguous. And I want Sambit Patra to react on that. But first I want a quick kind of sampling of what people feel. When you heard the Supreme Court saying it, I want to hear what an experience it's been being without a government for the past few months. Is there anyone who feels strongly about this? Yeah, tell me what?
The same experience.
Same? It's made no difference to our life, right?
No difference, I feel so.
Yeah, really, it has not made any much difference. Before there was a party ruling for 49 days, and after that we had the president's rule in the state. So it's not. There's no basic difference. The things have been going on in the same way. But it's needed that the prominent parties come into action, take up the thing, and takes up the guard and go into elections and win it.
Perhaps that's your cue, Sambit Patra. The centre and the BJP at one point alleged that BJP was buying off people in order to make, and they thought that Congress was having breakaways. Out of the 6 MLAs that have, others were going towards you. You have said we are keeping all our options open. So what is it that you want?
First and foremost, what my two very able and intelligent friends said, both from AAP and Congress, I realize that it's a political compulsion that they are speaking under, and that's what in politics they have to say that their parties would do well. But within the heart of their hearts, they both realize the fact that, well, yes, it's the Bharatiya Janata Party which did extremely well in the parliamentary elections, and if we extrapolate the results, of having won all the 7 seats, definitely we are going to
Then
be
why
the
don't you go
winners.
in for elections
No, I'm coming to
immediately?
that point by point. So we will surely be the winner. But the most important issue is the constitutionality, and the Bharatiya Janata Party has always maintained its stand that whatever we do, whatever opinions we search for, we will be searching within the boundaries of constitutionality and whatever the Constitution of India permits. Today we have a President's rule, and as per the Constitution, a President's rules can be extended for a year. But we are not saying that.
Yes.
But Arun Jaitley, in an interview to your channel about 2 days ago, said that it is only 8 months that the election of Delhi has passed. And there was a government in Delhi which was elected by the people. The Congress and the Aam Aadmi Party had come together.
Yeah.
But ironically, they were in a hurry to become the Prime Minister.
Yeah.
After becoming the Chief Minister, overnight they wanted to
I
become
know.
the Prime
That's
Minister.
our history
They
lesson.
rushed
But tell me
away.
what
That's
happens
not
now.
history. That is just the recent past.
Yeah.
It's just the recent past and
Okay.
people observing it. And in fact, in the Constitution of India, there is enough provision that the people, which they have cast as a mandate, should have enough option to see to it that without going into an election, is it possible that a viable government is formed? Well, yes, if it is not possible to form a viable government, then we will go into the elections. We are not shying away from it.
But you're trying to figure out.
No, no one is trying to figure it out. The only issue is we would be doing whatever we would be doing within the ambits of constitutionality. Let me add 2 more quick points. As far as buying and selling the MLAs are concerned, as you were mentioning right now, Arvind Kejriwal alleged that 20 crores were spent to buy some of the MLAs of Aam Aadmi Party. Ironically, everyone over here knows that Arvind Kejriwal taught the people of Delhi that if any money exchanges hand, just record and that would be in your mobile.
Okay.
So didn't he teach their MLAs to record when such kind of transactions were going on?
So actually it brings us... Yeah,
Very
sure.
important point. I think the Aam Aadmi Party is definitely adopted. I don't think it is a fact adopting double standards. Whereas they are the ones who went to the court to ensure that the house is dissolved. The Lieutenant Governor had decided in his wisdom that it should be kept in suspended animation, not to impose an immediate election on the people of Delhi. And there has been a certain fatigue in the voter. But however, the stalemate has been caused by the Aam Aadmi Party not realizing its responsibility. With the dreams in the eyes of the youth, what they expected is an alternative politics which they were projecting. Let me say what I'm going to say is so complete. They are on record having contacted even Congress legislators. On one hand, asking for dissolution of the House. On the other hand, also trying to form the government again. And I can tell you the venue and the place where which are
There
the
was a
MLAs they
meeting?
met. Oh yes, it's open in public that Mr. Sisodia tried to contact people and say that how about forming
They have
the government.
28, so they wanted more.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, 27.
So on one hand they're toying with the idea of forming the government. So this is the double speak, you know. And
Right.
I put a case.
Ms. Walia, actually you've brought us in very perfectly to our second talking point, which is looking at the AAP party, because obviously this case, this plea in Supreme Court has been initiated by you, AAP's petition. AAP's petition. Respond to what they've said. That one, and that's our talking point. Is there a credibility problem that the AAP is facing because of what happened, because of the resignation that happened?
I'll tell you know what? They can tell 500 things in the media. You know, they have 12 dozen people and they can see, 12 dozen things in the media. What their official stand is, what they have stated in the Supreme Court of India, the highest court of justice of India. Both these parties, Congress as well as BJP, while in media they say that they are ready for elections and whatnot, they have officially stated that they think that the government can be formed in Delhi and they do not want assembly to be dissolved. This is what is their official stand.
The BJP.
Can BJP as well as Congress,
Right.
even yesterday, day before yesterday in the Supreme Court, they never said that we want the assembly to be dissolved. So can they give any formula here, right here, how they can form a government?
Respond to the allegation that it was
It's
you who
very
was
baseless.
who was
It's
trying
totally
to-
baseless. It's full of lies. They don't have anything to counter because we have, exposed them.
I'll let you speak, but I've seen these young people over here. When you hear the leaders, the three parties in Delhi sparring like this, them saying they don't want to form the government, them saying, and it's all in suspended animation, what does it make you feel?
I think the ambiguity in BJP lies because they don't have a face for Delhi as of now.
Okay.
They had a face for India while projecting Narendra Modi for the past 2 years. In the last month, they even confirmed the face. But right now, Harshvardhan, sir,
So you
has
think
gone.
that's why they're waiting and playing the waiting game? Okay. You wanted to say something about that, yeah?
Just saying on the the promises they made the last time around, were they credible enough? They were promising free electricity, free water, but now
and you don't trust them now because they left last time?
Yeah, exactly. There's a
so sort of, they really seems
we
to
never
be.
said free electricity. We said 50%.
I know, but those are
we did it in within a week.
No,
we said 700 liters.
What I want to
of water
come
and
back
we did
to
it.
is what I want to come back to, Saurabh Bhardwaj, is that many people feel that we trusted you. The government was formed, yes, with the Congress support, which you don't have right now. How are you claiming that now that support has been won back?
We were not in majority. Everybody knows that we were running a minority government, and whatever we had promised, like my gentleman friend said, that whatever we had promised, we had to do it. And the first and the foremost promise which we had made was Jan Lokpal Bill. Okay. And if we cannot pass the Jan Lokpal Bill in the assembly, then we don't have any.
What has changed is what we are asking in the last couple of months.
What has changed is that we thought that we will get the majority. Even today we think that if there is a fresh elections, we'll get a majority and we'll be able to do whatever we have promised.
Okay, yes.
Most importantly, we have to carry forward this discussion with the point that Arvind Kejriwal has agreed to the fact that running away from government was a mistake by him, and in fact he has asked for forgiveness to the people of Delhi that because the cloud of his ambition was clouding him, he ran away to become the Prime Minister. Yeah. Secondly, and most importantly, as far as the Aam Aadmi Party is concerned, most of the promises and the way of the politics that they're doing has to be tempered down a bit. As far as their economics, when they were in government is concerned, I always name it as guerrilla economics. And the guerrilla economics does not work
I want you to come back to
politics.
what we're talking about now. Yeah, Kiran Walia.
You see what they were saying. What they're trying to bluff people is they are the only honest people who want to check corruption. They want to bring the Lokpal Bill. Let me go on record. Lokpal Bill was already passed by Mrs. Dixit's government, the outgoing government. We were one of the first two states to have passed. Excuse me.
It was a toothless bill, madam.
No. But they're trying to project. And in Gujarat, it was only under a court order that a Lokayukt establishment.
Where does Gujarat come here in Delhi?
So therefore, there can be amendments. There could be. It's not the only party that.
Sambit Patra has any right to talk about the promises, especially when all the promises which were made by Narendra Modi in the national elections.
So here comes Narendra Modi and Gujarat. Ironically, Gujarat fits into every debate. He is already the Prime Minister of the country.
Water and electricity, they abused certain companies, fair enough, but they said we will get their accounts audited and thereby streamline the whole system.
I think we have to come back to the larger point right now.
Not by giving relief in this manner, because from the state budget, had it not been from the support of the Congress, even they could not have delivered that also.
I think we're getting caught up in nitty-gritty. We need to come back to the main point of what happens now in the next 5 weeks. And I want to come back to that. How do people gain? What is the best scenario for them? But first, a quick comments. What did you want to say?
Well, I think that Aam Aadmi Party was in the beginning really influential, but they could not really stand up to the expectations that people had from them.
They couldn't?
Yeah, they couldn't.
Okay, Saurabh says that people have come back to them. Do you think they have?
Well, I don't think so, because
there are
a lot of people.
Hold
and it's
that
really
thought.
difficult to
we'll
gain
come
there.
back to that and look at the way ahead. What's really the best situation for us, elections or not? Be right back and we'll talk about that.